Before the trade, the Knicks were plus 7,000 to win the NBA championship this season, and after the trade, the Knicks were still plus 7,000 to win the you talked before, but let's really talk about this trade in depth. You talked before about your issue with the Knicks, previous big three of Brunson, Randle, and Barrett all being left-handed, but now they got a right-handed Anunoby in the mix. So what are your thoughts on the Knicks trading RJ Barrett to the Raptors for OG?
I mean, it works for both. You know, it works for both parties in a sense. OG is good at what he does. I mean, we can argue to see who was better between the two, but they're kind of like the same type of
I'm about to say,
player. You know, that 18 and 22.
Barrett and Anunoby.
You know, but you have more of a probably he might be. Is OG a better shooter?
No, on paper.
On
paper.
On paper, he's a better shooter.
I think Barrett is better just in the flow of the game type joint, but on paper he's been shooting it well.
I mean, it works for them. It clears up spacing.
I think what I like about it is Barrett leaving New York allows DiVincenzo, all those other utility guys to step up like they have been, and then you put OG in there, and you're like, we don't need a lot from you, but your rebounding, your defense, your shot making, that's it. We don't need you to come in and be a guy for us. And I think Barrett was trying to be a guy when you got Brunson and Randle already the guys. We don't need a guy trying to be over top of them too. So you get him out, you got a utility guy, he's perfect fit for this. And I think Barrett and Quigley in Toronto is
back home.
Really nice.
Yeah, back home.
Quigley comes off the bench, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're the same.
I mean,
They not.
Not really.
They not. Quigley is a real maxi type player.
What has Andre Barrett showed you since he's been in the league?
He a slasher.
So he's a tradable piece as always. Like he's always going to be a tradable piece. You can always just throw him in there.
Be like a Wiggins.
Yeah, he's the work.
Yeah, he's the work.
He is the work.
I see what you did there.
But but I mean, seriously though, you can always just throw him in a trade though. Sure. Like he's that piece that be like.
It's a good, valuable piece.
Yeah.
He's going to give you 18, 20. I think that coming into the NBA, he was going to be more of a one.
Barrett?
He's going to be more of a one, and they moved him to the 2, right? 2, 3. And someone who's like him, because he's not as fast as everybody else, he is better at the 1, so he's always in momentum. He's always pushing and pushing and pushing versus catching a ball and then now trying to create this, you're trying to create this momentum with slow foot speed.
Right, and he's
not feel like he always has to score.
Yeah.
Like every time he gets it, like he got to score, got to do something instead of just bringing it up.
Yeah, I mean, because if you put him on the wings and he's not ambidextrous, that means he's only going left. That makes him a liability. But at the point, he can control where he wants to go. And it's not controlled from a positional standpoint where he got to come from the corner and, I got you. Nigga, I'm forcing you this way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I can control it without you dribbling, I know you can control it with you dribbling. So they just didn't put him in the right positions.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about the Knicks. Looked great in OG's debut, beating the Wolves, who are currently top seed in the West. Anunoby had 17 points. Jalen Brunson dropped a career-high 14 dimes, and Julius Randle led all scorers with a 39-piece. And let's talk about Julius Randle in particular. In his last 18 games, he's averaging 28, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 55% from the field, 83% from the free throw line. Third team All-NBA last year. Will Julius Randle make another All-NBA team this season?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think listen, from the day he got there, right, he's been steady, right? And I think probably the frustration with any fan is they haven't seen a leap in his game, right? It's 22, 23, 24. You haven't seen that I'm averaging, when he averaged 25, you would think, okay,
he's going up.
29 or 30. Like, it's been just this casual, we haven't seen that
It's almost flukish, kind of. It's like
get over the hill. It's like get over the hill already.
We averaged career high 25 points last year. This year he's averaging 24. So.
And then what the year before that?
So the year before his career high he was averaging 20. So he basically, I'll read you the last couple years. So he went 24 in 2020, 22, 21, then averaged 20 the next year, 25 the next year, and 24 this year.
Yeah. So basically it went. So he didn't like. It looked like it was a quantum leap because it went 20 to 25, but he averaged 24. Right? It's like when you 24, then the next year should have been about 26. 28, and you should be sitting here with the rest of the power fours out there averaging about 30.
I look at him and I see Zebo, Zebo with his own team. We never seen Zebo with his own team, and he was still a 2010 guy, right? So think about Zebo having an opportunity to say, this is my team, and I'm getting this many shots. Zebo goes from 22 to 27, I think, could potentially, at that point, the way that he played and how easy he got buckets, he could have been I'm not gonna say all NBA, but potentially he would have been an all-star, Zebo. So
He made one.
Yeah, he did. So I'm looking at Randle like, it's tough for you to progress when your game is only these things and it's limited. So if you can't adjust to that, I like where he is. It's just not gonna be all NBA.
You think it's a criticism from New York?
Yeah, because he can't handle it and he don't know how to adjust to it. But the fact that he's there and he's been in LA and these are the two places that he's been are the most criticized places.
So why do you think LA got rid of him? The Lakers?
Too young.
Then
Too young?
No, they got rid of they got rid of all those pieces to try to win now.
Yeah.
Remember, so three pieces they got rid of became all-stars.
Yeah.
They all three became all-stars.
Was it D'Lo, Randle?
Randle, and Ingram.
Yep.
So they got rid of all three of them. They got Jordan Clarkson. Like, think about the group that they had. They had a nice group. They just didn't.
They were too young. They were
just
young. And they were valuable pieces.
So that's what I said, like, with Randle, like, he needs to take on that responsibility of, like, we shouldn't be questioning who's the number one option between you and Brunson right now.
Right.
Right? You made the All-Star last year when people were like, well, Brunson should have made it over you. Right? That should never be a discussion from anyone, right? You need to, like, stick your head above the water finally and just say, hey, listen, this is my team.
My team.
And you know what I mean? And really demand that quantum leap.
Yeah, but you know why? I remember when they played Milwaukee, when the Knicks had played Milwaukee, they played Milwaukee in Milwaukee, and he was walking up the court.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, in the crucial time, but that's been a thing I've heard. Like, of him, he's lazy. Like, he doesn't play hard all the time. So that's probably why
he gets mad at little shit.
Like, he gets mad at little shit. So it's like, you could tell he has a little attitude or a little, like, you know what I'm saying? He gets a little bitchy a little bit.
Yep, funky.
Where it's like,
him and Barrett, I think him and Barrett used to get into it.
Yeah. Yeah, like when I saw that in Milwaukee, when they had missed a shot and he was walking down and Milwaukee got the easy bucket, I was like,
yo,
what's wrong with this dude?
That's crazy.
Like, he's a little, I think he's up here, he's a little different.
And we talked about it last year, well, not last year, season 1, when he did the thing where he walked off early.
Yeah.
To go hug his wife.
Hug his wife, and then everybody in the team was cheering, and he was like, I'm going to go over here.
So it was like, look, there's been some signs.
There's also some tension, I think, with Knicks fans, too. I remember they drew all over his billboard, ripped it down.
They were booing him, too.
That ain't nothing. Man. I mean, shit, that ain't nothing.
You been to New York.
Shit, that ain't nothing. Shit, when they start putting them brown paper bags over their face.
Hey, man, fellas, listen.
That ain't nothing.
All you sensitive-ass players out there, do you really give a fuck if somebody scribble on a poster that you didn't even pay for or put up? I know, like, I don't give a fuck you sit there and X my face. That ain't my fucking artwork. That's the artist's artwork. Oh, I'm gonna burn your jersey. I didn't make that motherfucker. That's the NBA.com.
Stupid. You already paid for it.
That affect me. You know what I mean?
Already got the residual.
You paid for it?
And that's the silly thing because people do get mad about that. Oh, it crossed my face.
That's what I'm saying. New York could take a tone on it if you ain't ready for it.
Right.
That criticism could eat you up.
Man.
So Julius Randle, he's got a player option summer of 2025. Should he be in the Knicks' long-term plans?
Nah.
They're not going to go far with him.
Nah, they didn't have him long enough.
It's time to go to Sacramento.
Just
call it.
Just say it like it's a bad thing.
I mean,
the sack is
shit. Your career's over when you go there.
Oh wow.
No, I'm just
like
saying it's
You got to go from there.
You got- from there, from there.
That's it. You can't go two sack.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to go from there.
Yeah, go
like
from
like D Fox. They all good.
They good. Yeah. But did anybody go in there?
All the Kings fans watching this are calling you a naysayer right now under their breath.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, when you're talking about third team, right? In a sense, he's top 15.
Yeah.
Right? He's top 15, right? If it's 15, he is top 15. So, if he is leaving, when you trade, you're gonna have to trade as he's a top 15 player. It's not like we're not like we can't, because you hear his name, we can't act like he's not averaging 24 and 10 and he's out. Like his numbers are gonna speak for itself. His name might not,
Be as appealing.
And it might be like a lemon to some people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, he might not get over the hump, but he's still putting in, 20, anywhere from 22 to 24 and 12. So, even if that's not my first option, that's a hell of a second option.
Oh, that's a hell of a second option.
He'd be good in Memphis.
Ooh.
Memphis could use him.
Ooh. I think that's a perfect destination.
Memphis, fuck it.
But who goes to New York?
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Nobody.
Don't matter. Don't matter. Memphis.
So let's make it matter for a second. Let's make it matter. Like who gets to go to New York if he leaves? And let's say Brunson's not in the long-term plans. They need a whole fresh.
I feel like Brunson, just because his contract and the value they got on it.
The problem with Brunson is Brunson is the most valuable piece that they have because of his production and how much he makes compared to everyone else, right? He is someone that, but the problem with the Knicks is you're not going to get back Brunson type of talent with Brunson's pay.
Right.
Everybody that's paid around the same mark, he's out playing.
Right.
Right? So whenever you try to throw Brunson in the trade, it's going to have to, literally, it's Brunson and Randle for a superstar.
So let's say let's
You know what I
change
mean?
it.
And be honest, I'm like, I might take that. You know what I mean? So you got to give away two.
Then you're doing what they did with Amari. They starting all the way fresh, right? So let's just say they keep Brunson. They get rid of Randle. Who does New York bring in for Randle?
Listen, New York, no.
Zion for Randle head up?
No.
Potential for
No,
reality?
the reason is because Zion hasn't shown me that he's ready to really take it serious, right? If I can see the signs, then yeah. New York is that franchise that you need to get rid of your friends. If you say you're an owner and this is a business, get rid of your friends from working your job because your friends don't know what the fuck they're doing. You're right. You spend every year when the numbers come out of who spent the most money.
New York Knicks.
You and the Lakers, Boston, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a sense, right? You top 4 every year. One has 18 championships, the other has 18 championships. Your ass sitting there with nothing. But you're spending championship money. So that means whoever is at the grocery store looking for items don't know what the fuck they're looking at. So they need to they need to revamp all y'all for the last 18 years that's been in here. Get the fuck out of here, right? And I need to bring in people who actually understand. They have a horrible research team on what talent is because they should have had stars.
Yeah.
Yep.
New York needs one first. They should be looking for a star. Period. I don't give a fuck who I gotta give up. I want a star. I want a Jalen Green, Edwards, right? I want a superstar name first, and then I'm gonna build my team. Like when and we thought it was stupid because it seemed like the same type of player, right? Trae Young and
DeJounte?
No. Trae Young and Mark Cuban them, right? All Mark Cuban's researchers said, get Luka. His researching team said, that's him. He's the dude in this draft. So we want to trade. we want to trade. And that's why they made that trade.
They got good research.
They got a good research team, right? Now I got Luka, and every year is trying to put pieces with him. Okay, we don't like you. Nah, okay, he don't get along with you, and that's what it is. Get you a superstar, and then build from there.
Think about that. He got rid of Porzingis and Brunson.
Nigga, they got rid of Dennis Smith first.
Yeah,
And I'm sitting here like, whoa!
Yeah, but they can all go. Like the Knicks need the Knicks. Yeah, they can all go. They're amateurs. Yo, the Knicks need a Melo, a Carmelo Anthony.
Ain't no Carmelos
like
out
they
there.
need some, like I think
Anthony Edwards.
You mean a LaMelo Ball?
No, I'm saying the Knicks need that type of player, like a like Carmelo Anthony is the biggest thing the Knicks have had since.
Patting him.
Man,
Like
before,
Patrick
no. He probably is the biggest thing that they had.
No, I know since
Patrick Ewing, it was the team.
Well,
Walt
Patrick
Frazier.
Ewing was that dude.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody was selling no Patrick
Pearl
Ewing.
to pearl.
Yeah, how many billboards y'all
Pat was
put Patrick Ewing face on?
John Starks.
Put it. Yeah, what do you average? 5, 10, 15? I mean, I'm talking about.
Dunked on Jordan.
When I'm talking about.
Do you practice
yeah.
that shot?
When
Gil?
I'm talking about, when we're talking about
Sell it.
selling,
Yeah, sell it, yeah.
I'm selling. When I'm talking about a product, when people say Jalen Green, you can sell Jalen Green's face to any single woman in New York. I can have all kind of girls coming in there. I can put his face on billboards with his shirt off and all of that. That's marketing.
Yeah. Can't do that with Randall.
can't do that with nobody
Jalen
on the
Brunson.
team right now.
But that's,
no, they need Anthony Edwards.
But you got to have somebody who can play, who game does it too. You need someone like who was the guy who's jumped 44 inches in your franchise history? Who's going to be the Vince Carter? No.
Obi Toppin was the closest.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Indy.
But you need your super. They need a superstar like New York. I mean, like Chicago had a Michael Jordan and a D Rose and all a Zach Levine. You need guys that can, like you can. Okay, we got our foundation. Now let's build them up.
But how many of those packaged guys are there?
Anthony Edwards, just one. All they need is Anthony Edwards.
Sitting in small cities.
You got like Ja.
You got Ja Morant.
fits it. Ant hits it.
Zach Levine, right?
Jalen Green.
Zach.
So
Who else?
I guess the question for you guys is, why don't those players want to go play in New York? When you talk about,
Somebody said I'm wrong on Ewing. So he's cute, huh?
Damn.
All right, I'm talking they're talking about the game. I'm talking about the
Like marketing.
appeal.
Yeah, The
When you're talking when we're talking about the NBA, when I'm selling a person, right? When I'm selling something as an NBA, look at the people that they're selling.
Yep.
Right? When Jordan came in, oh yeah. And with Kobe, yeah, I can sell that.
Yep.
It's an easy sale.
why is New York that premier destination? Obviously, LA, Lakers, Knicks. It seems like those two squads. If I'm a superstar in the NBA, that's where I want to end up.
I think it is. It's just that motherfuckers don't end up being there because they do such bad business. I think motherfuckers want to go to New York because it's New York.
Yeah, I'm about to say New York.
It's New York.
I play for the Knicks, bro. That's
It's different.
what I'm
every
saying, like,
day,
it's
bro.
different.
Melo, like that's you have LaMelo, you have kid,
Greatest time in my life.
Was it Paulo
Work.
Banchero?
Yeah, Pablo. Yeah,
Banchero? You got kids out. You got to know what you're looking at, and I don't think their front office actually knows what they're looking at. You're just grabbing pieces.
Yeah.
Right, just got a whole bunch of pieces trying to make a meal instead of getting the foundation of the turkey first.
And you know they
Right? Get
cook
your turkey first. That's what the Thanksgiving is around the turkey first, and then you build your sides.
They like ramen noodles, man.
We'll get the turkey like
They don't want no Whole Foods. They will go get the ramen, put that shit on the stove, cook that shit up, serve it to the people.
Do you feel like new ownership would breathe new life into that franchise? Obviously, Knicks fans for a long time, according to a certain individual.
Wait, who's over there now working it? Isn't Worldwide West over there?
Yeah, he in there.
Everybody,
Yeah.
right?
Leon Rose.
Yeah.
I mean, you got,
They got Brunson. That's why they got Brunson over
They got
there.
Leon.
And all
you got
them.
people making
They got
moves,
people.
but it all starts at the top. So if you have a figure at the top that fans and former players aren't really rolling with, taking away people's free tickets, there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm just saying that who I don't know who's over there, but whoever's over there had 3 left-handed players playing on the same side.
And thought it was a good idea.
And thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, thought it was a good idea. Let's do
So
this.
we can, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying.
Next.
Let's